Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm doing a request that I wanted to do. I just kind of didn't get around to it for a while, but I'm going to roll the intro and I'll tell you what I'm doing. Okay, so a while back, I think it was when we did our best replacements or alternatives for Old Forester 1924 with bourbons that you can get off the shelf that are available. You can blend to meet or beat it. It was Be There Again Productions. I think, are you like the same as Best Served Neat on Ice? Either way, Be There Again Productions said they'd like to see a comparison. Didn't have to be blind, between 1910, Old Forester 1910, Trails End 10-year Eastside 12-year double oaked, and I decided to throw this in there. This is one of my homemade full-size mini barrels, as I'm calling them, because I've been trying to figure out, like, what does this bourbon remind me of that's in here in this Eastside 12-year, and this reminds me a lot of this. So pay attention. If you're in Oregon, you can still get this. This is still on shelves for $60 a bottle. It is a steal for that price. So all of these are all double oaked. You know, this is 93 proof, 105 proof, 110 proof, and I'll tell you in a minute about that. So I believe this is Heaven Hill. They sourced this, I would say, from Heaven Hill. It's got that nutty Heaven Hill flavor. Not quite nutty like a Jim Beam, but like peanutty, you know. So I enjoy all of these whiskeys. They're all delicious, you know, good. You know, people a lot of times say they get, I think, like banana with like Old Forester products, or like Jack Daniel's products. You know, they're all Brown-Forman products. I don't ever get that. I just get like, I do get like a sweet fruit, but I almost get more like, I don't know, like a berry of some sort, like a berry cobbler, you know. Just delicious oak spice on the finish. Obviously very sweet, very palatable, easy to sip. It's only 93 proof. I just get like heavy brown sugar, some type of fruitiness, like a compote or a jam, or, man, oh man, yeah. Almost, I don't know why, I get this like into like a blueberry mixed with honey almost taste with this. I guess I could see why people say they get like maybe a ripe banana with this stuff, but it is good. I want to say this is $65 in Oregon, I think, which is the same price as this. This is 105 proof. It's also double oaked, but with Oregon oak. And this is also double oak with the Oregon oak. So if I had to pick, well, let me try it first. Yeah, I'm getting that, just that Heaven Hill sweet, like caramelized nut note on the nose. Good oak, obviously. It's double oaked. It's 10 years age stated and 105 proof. For $65, it's a really, really good deal. Okay, so compared to the 1910, way more oak spice. Like, if you like an aged whiskey, if you like a good spicy long finish, this Trails End 10-year blows the 1910 out of the water for that. They both have a very heavy sweet palate. This is just leaning towards what I would call a quintessential bourbon. Brown sugar, vanilla, caramel. some kind of nuttiness. You know, it's just really enjoyable. You know, at some point I'm going to get, maybe, I've got a bottle of Henry McKenna 10-year, an extra one. I may put that in one of these full-size homemade mini barrels, maybe some Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond 7-year. I'm kind of curious if it gets close to what this Trails End 10-year is, because it does remind me of Heaven Hill. Yeah, deep, rich brown sugar, baking spice, cinnamon, oak spice, a good amount of, like, not an overbearing amount of astringency from oak, but a little bit of that drying aspect of oak on the finish and the back of your palate. Now this Eastside 12-year, it's 110 proof, 12-year-old bourbon. I don't know if it says it's Kentucky or if it just says bourbon on it. I don't know if anyone knows. I don't see it on here, but this stuff is good. Like, it's very, very dark whiskey. I mean, it's like as dark as the stuff almost that I put in my full-size mini barrels. Let's see. And I've wondered for a while, like, trying to figure out, what is this? Like, what is it sourced from? Gosh, it's sweet caramel on the nose. Almost has like a bit of orchard fruit. Almost like something like raspberry. Like sweet raspberry, though. Orchard fruit. Man, it's sugary smelling, too. Man, it is an experience drinking that. Like, it stands above both of these other two. Like, obviously, it is 110 proof, 12 years old. That's the minimum age. Double oaked in, Quercus Gariana, Oregon oak. And you taste it on the spice, man, or the finish. Loads and loads of brown sugar, spiced brown sugar, and sweet oak on the finish. And the palate is just deep, rich, lush, like caramelized brown sugar, caramelized caramel, if you could do that. It's got some kind of little familiar funk to it. Right in your mid-palate to the finish. When I tried this has only been in this full-size mini barrel for 6 weeks now. Man, this, I'll tell you what it is, reminds me so much of this Eastside 12-year. I have a feeling, I'm just going to make a guess at what is in this Eastside 12-year, or what, if it's a blend, the majority of the blend, what it is. Man, because oak. Sweet, pungent oak. Just cooked sugars, man. It is intense on the nose. Oh my gosh, that's so good. It's very similar, I'm telling you, the palate, like that funk, that rich brown sugar and caramel, the heavy spice on the finish, the oak. It's a very similar experience. I think this is a lid that I put in the oven. I roasted it. I put it on roast, and I did not tent it in tinfoil for 3 hours. Then I turned the oven off and just let it cool down in there. These lids came out way darker. If I would have, I think, done this lid on bake and wrapped it in tinfoil for 400 degrees, it probably would come out almost identical tasting to this. So what I put in this is Russell's Reserve Single Barrel, 110 proof. I have a feeling that this Eastside's 12-year has a lot of wild turkey in it. That's just my guess from what both of these taste like. Yeah, I mean, this is a little richer smelling, I think because of the oak lid that I'm using, but it is. Yeah, so similar. This tastes a little brighter. This tastes a little darker and richer. And like I said, I think I've noticed all of the whiskeys that I put in these new lids that were roasted instead of toasted, or instead of put on bake, they have a darker, like an even darker richerness to them. I mean, it's good. If you like rich, complex, oaky flavors, this is it, man. And I am going to do another video. I'm getting a lot of comments and questions about what do I do? How, where can I buy these? What can I do? I'm going to do another video just kind of breaking it down a little bit more, a little more clear than my previous video that I shot when I was making these. So anyways, I would put them in this order of my preference. These I could go back and forth on which one I want. Do I want something that's a little brighter, or do I want something that's a little darker? It would depend on my mood. This is very good, but for $5 less, at least in Oregon, both of these are sourced bourbons that are produced in Oregon. This by Eastside, which I don't know if they're still doing this or not. I heard someone said that they were having some trouble, and this from Hood River Distillers. This is a very good bourbon. If you like that Heaven Hill profile, you got to try this. It's wonderful. And this, 1910, it's a good whiskey. It is. But for the same price, it's a no-brainer. Go with this all day long. It's a much, much better, more complex whiskey than this is. And this, for $5 less than this, all day long, get this, if you can. For $60, yeah. All right. That is my side-by-side. I'm going to go back now to 1910, see what I think of it. It's smelling more now, like after drinking these. It's smelling almost like a fruit punch now. That's weird. Yeah. After drinking these higher proof, darker, richer bourbons, this is tasting like a lighter fruit punch. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it's enjoyable, but it doesn't compare to these. Yeah. Oh man. I really like McKenna 10-year. This is better. It's like a richer, sweeter, more oaky McKenna 10-year. It's really good. All right. So I am going to, I don't know, at 9 weeks, I'm going to sample these, Chanel and I, and just kind of run through all of these at 9 weeks, see what we think. My original plan was to leave them in longer. I don't know, I might not. I might leave some of them in longer. It's just, I have a lot more bourbons that I want to get into these oak lids. And I'm just going to toast or char this other side and put that side down and reuse them that way. I may put a tequila in one of them too, kind of like a Blanco. But all right, there you go. What was it? Be There Again Productions. There you go. I hope that's what you wanted. If it's not, let me know. But side by side, they're all good. You know, you can't go wrong. I realize that the availability of this, if you're not in Oregon, you're probably not going to get it. This, the distribution of it, I'm not sure what it is, but it's easy to get this in Oregon, and you can get this everywhere. But if you have the option between these two, get this. If this one is an option for you to buy at 60 bucks here in Oregon, absolutely get this. I have this bottle and I have 2 more, and I may go get a couple more that the store has, because I think these came out in 2021. I mean, I don't know if they're actually going to make them again. And I'm just going to say it tastes like this Russell's Reserve single barrel, but double oaked. So this could be 12-year-old wild turkey bottled at 110 proof that's double oaked. Try it and let me know what you think. All right. Thank you for enjoying a delicious dram with me.